Yes, my mate, Ken. Like many of you, some of my very best and closest friends are from my school years. Deep and long-lasting relationships. But very rarely do we find mates that deep later in life. And Ken was one of those rare specimens. From the moment that we met several years ago, we were mates. Mates do things together. Mates have a joke together. Mates prank each other, and Ken was good at that. And from time to time, mates look after each other. And he was also good at that. Ken was all of these things. Sandy and I, my wife, we arrived on the Gold Coast last night. Thankfully, our friend Anastasia finally let us in from Sydney. Well, I woke up this morning and I half expected to see Ken peering through the back window, the back door, as he always did when we came up to our place at the Gold Coast. He'd surprise Sandy in her pyjamas when she wasn't expecting it. It was a small reminder of the warmth and friendship that I will miss from my mate. This was, just a small example of the sort of man that Ken was. Recently, I had the fortune to watch, once again, because I'd seen it before, a documentary about Martin Luther King. And I'm always moved by that famous speech he gave. And you all know the one where he says, "I had a dream." It showed the deep commitment and the love that King had for his people. Well, this so reminded me of Ken. Ken's deep commitment and love for his Barnaba people, and we heard Max talk about that before. Their history and every aspect permeated all of his life, and those of the lives around him. He had a commitment that went as deep as King's, in fact, deeper than King's. I spent many hours talking to him about the history of his people, and he warmed me with his passion and his love for them. I'm sure, like many of you, and Ken mentioned it here, Max mentioned it here before, Ken was good enough to give me a copy of his and Stacey's book, The Backbone of Barnaba. And in the inside, he wrote the following inscription. Dear Domenic and Sandy, I hope this book will give you more insight into my people, the Barnabans. Good friends we are, and good friends we will be. It was his motto. This is Ken's legacy, not only a great mate, but a great man who looked to helping all sorts of people and who had a lifelong passion to rectify and improve the lot of his people. This was so ably supported and driven by his partner in crime, Stacey, whose unwavering optimism, unwavering love and support clearly drove Ken to great heights. So this is the stature of the man Ken. But he was also an everyday guy who just enjoyed life, where nothing was too big a problem. Ken was the skipper of our favourite boat, the Mustang. When he first skippered the boat, neither he or I could drive it, nor most importantly, neither of us could park it. I still have the security video from my neighbour, which shows Ken's first trip in the Mustang, taking my daughter-in-law and her friends out on the boat. He managed to wipe out almost the pontoon next door, but he did it with such aplomb and humour. It was like a comedy sketch. Nothing deterred him, and not long after, he soon became the gun skipper of the Mustang. But like all things that Ken did, when Ken became the master skipper, he was a natural. I'm still hopeless, of course, at driving that boat. To this day, if my neighbours see me at the helm of the Mustang, they rush out to protect their own boats. But they released a sigh of relief when they realised I'm only keeping the steering wheel warm while Ken takes off the ropes and takes command of the boat. We had so much fun out on the waterways with Ken. He even let me drive occasionally. That's when we were miles away for anything, so I couldn't hit anything. But whether it was a boatload of my clients or the dignitaries that we had from overseas, or just a group of our family and friends on the boat, Ken was always the constant life of the party, just at home with a dignitary or a client as he was with the family. He entertained them, he educated them on the Barnaba history, and he lectured them on the benefits of coconut oil. Ken wasn't just the skipper, he was the entertainment, the encyclopedia of knowledge, and most of all, he was my mate. There was nothing better than having a beer with Ken late at night, and we had a few times. It would get more entertaining as the night progressed, with Stacey just shaking her head at his antics. A song here, a dance there, another story, or just a rundown on life in general. It was all classic vintage Ken. Yes, we had fun, but also we did some serious stuff together. And it was his pursuit, so ably supported by Stacey, of justice for his Barnaba people that drew us to his serious side. And with your indulgence, Stacey, we would like to continue Ken's legacy, and we recommit our support to you and the cause of rectification of the wrongs done to Ken's Barnaba people. We will miss you, Ken, but we will not forget you. You will live in our hearts, always a mate, and we will carry your legacy through to a conclusion that you will be proud of. Thank you.